Hello! Things are getting interesting. After a pretty dismal start to the season, we now find ourselves in 10th place in the table, and this next game against Newcastle is actually quite a big one looking at the league table. They currently are 3 points ahead of us with a game in hand. Win this, we start to rein them back in a bit. Lose it, we could find ourselves 9 points behind Newcastle in no time at all. And with teams behind us chasing, and teams like Arsenal, Crystal Palace and Brentford and Wolves, I guess, as well. We need to keep up this good bit of momentum, I feel. We've got a few little bits to look at before then. Obviously, as you might have seen there, Michael Keane was sold in the last episode. We do have an offer for Harry Tyra. We've already accepted one offer, but we've also got an offer for more money from Austin FC, and we're going to accept that as well. I don't think he's going to get much game time here after all. And we've got some unread messages from players as well. Jack Grealish. He doesn't want us to worry about what position we play him in. We don't want to worry about that either, to be perfectly honest. He's been doing well in recent games as an attacking midfielder. You'll do for me, Jack. Beto saying thank you for playing him. Well, he's in such good form. And he's been really good. He's definitely getting more game time. I'm even tempted to start him in a game soon. Great performance, absolutely. But Jake O'Brien is wanting more games, and that's understandable. You're still in the squad. We need to think a little bit more about rotating our defenders. However, barring anything else popping up in the next 7 days, I think our main priority right now is just to get into the game against Newcastle. We've got an offer for Idrissa Gueye as well. I mean, we've rejected 2 offers of higher value than that. I know that he's getting on, but we can't afford to lose him in January. Maybe next summer, then we think about what we're going to do, because we'll have more time to get a replacement in. But in January, everything's a little bit fraught, isn't it? Got a job offer from Iceland. Cue joke about Kerry Katona. I don't think we're going to be taking that, lads. I'm very, very sorry. We've got big enough things on our plate in Liverpool at the moment. Did I see something about a youth scout coming back from Argentina? None of them have got amazing potential. Alberto Corona, the best of the bunch there, 63 to 87 is his potential. Decent pace by the looks of things as a centre attacking midfielder. Unai Hidalgo is younger. For the sake of it, let's get Alberto Corona in. We'll look at Eusebio Rivera as well. Eusebio, I should say, Rivera. Potential size 81. I'm a bit funny with the youth academy sometimes. Unless the potential's around 90, I normally don't think it's worth going for it. The time it takes them to grow, and they might fall short of that expectation anyway. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about any of those other players. Everton versus Newcastle at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Let's get into it. Tomasso Ricci makes 2 changes to his starting lineup. Beto coming in for Barry, and in an effort to add a bit more stability in midfield against a potent Newcastle United attack, we've brought James Garner in place of Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. Let's see how it goes. We've got options on the bench if we need a bit more attacking dynamism, but there's no way that we couldn't play Beto considering the form that he is in. It's Jacob Murphy onto Guimaraes. Got space to run into, and he can find Joel Linton if he wants to. He does. Witter turns, few rolls of the ball, and apparently it's a penalty. Apparently it's a penalty. It was tricky skill from Witter in terms of trying to get the ball off him. However, is that a penalty? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Tomasso Ricci can't believe what he's just seen there. I can't believe what I've just seen. I'm sure you can't believe that that is a penalty either. And with nearly 8 minutes gone, there's chance here for Newcastle to take the lead. Witter, right down the middle. Pickford dives to his right. And it is 1-0 to Newcastle United. First goal we've conceded in a little while. And it's hard not to feel a little bit cheated. It's hard not to feel a little bit cheated there. And Newcastle look like they've got a bit of pep in their step after taking the lead early on. They won't care that it was a controversial call. But room for Semenyo. Come on, Antoine. Oh, Nick Pope dives. I don't think that shot was ever going in. He almost pushed the ball back into danger, did the keeper. But they've done well to get it to Jacob Murphy. Inside to Guimaraes. Back to Jacob Murphy. They're looking so dangerous in Newcastle. Branthwaite. It's not a penalty this time, is it, ref? Oh, we're getting run ragged. We're getting run absolutely ragged. The ball goes. It's Joe Linton. Good save. Jordan Pickford. Mikolenko will keep it in. And that's poor from Gay. That's better. To Ndiaye. Maybe we've got a chance to break. Grealish onto Ndiaye. The crowd roaring is on. It's Ndiaye and Botman. Sven Botman. The big Sven Botman. Steps in. Wissa. Ooh, good block by Jared Branthwaite. Kept his arms out of the way by his sides. And it's fortunate in that the ball drops to Ndiaye. And with Hall out of position, Semenyo's got room to run into. Semenyo. On to Beto. Oh. For a split second, it looked like that might go in. For the following 5 seconds, it was very clear the ball was heading out of play. Joe Linton, nice pass. It's Jacob Murphy, Tarkowski. Stretches as much as he can to intercept that, and then eventually the shot just goes wide. And Jack Grealish. Oh, it's a superb header from Tarkowski. And but for a flying Nick Pope, it would have been level. It's a great save. Oh, Wissa, outside of the foot. Good save, Jordan Pickford. And he's looked dangerous every time he's had the ball in and around our box. Wissa has looked like he might do something with it. Beto, looking for the Grealish over the top. But Sven Botman gets there. And now Anthony Gordon. He's got pace. He's got strength as well. He's got dribbling ability. Taking it down this left flank. Tarkowski can't keep up with him. Henriks can't keep up with him. Wissa shoots. It's saved. And Idrissa Gana Gueye gets it away. Before, but Wissa again. And that's exactly what we didn't need to happen. Another goal conceded before half-time. 2 goals to Newcastle. 2 goals to Johan Wissa. And a mountain to climb in the second half. I think Ricci will have to make some changes at half-time. Changes have been made, as you might be able to hear the announcer saying in the background. James Garner has been replaced by Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. We need a player who can unlock this defence. James Garner wasn't quite it. And he wasn't really adding the extra stability that we thought we might need. That we do need, to be honest. Oh, Dewsbury-Hall has flown in then. I can't believe that the referee didn't give that as a foul. If he gave that penalty earlier. For what it's worth, I don't think either was a foul. Ndiaye might be offside here. It might be onside as well. Ndiaye, has he pulled one back? I think he has. Beats the offside trap. And Iliman Ndiaye, with just over 10 minutes played in this second half, brings us back into 1 goal range of Newcastle. Cuts inside. Lovely finish. And the game's not over yet. It's not over yet. Dewsbury-Hall, lovely ball out to Gueye there. Can Gueye get the cross in? Towards Semenyo. I think Nick Pope will claim it. He does claim it. Joe Linton to Wissa. Oh, you can punch the ground however much you like, mate. That was a very, very silly attempt. Jacob Murphy makes way for Anthony Alango, which is not what we want to see. Oh, it's a good ball from Beto with the manual controls. After Dewsbury-Hall. Dewsbury-Hall. Oh. Good tackle from Jack Grealish. And a chance for Iliman Ndiaye to get away. It's a good pass by Beto. Ndiaye again. Oh. Shah blocks it. It is a corner. And we do make that change. Ndiaye makes way for Alcaraz. Ertzkan comes on for Idrissa Gueye. With around 9 minutes left. Got a little bit longer than I thought as Grealish takes this corner towards Beto. It makes its way across the box to Hall. It will come back out to Grealish. He puts it back in. That's too close to the keeper. Who is the corner? 5 minutes left. A big roar comes up from the Everton fans. Tomasso Ricci keeping his cool on the sidelines. There was that a bead of sweat I saw on his neck. Maybe he's feeling the nerves as Grealish whips it into Branthwaite. Oh, he heads it down. It was a good header, but it's blocked. Couldn't get through the crowd of bodies. Henriks wins that one though. And Alcaraz onto Ertzkan. The two substitutes. Mikolenko. Alcaraz chips over the top for Mikolenko. Can he get there? He can, but his touch is heavy. And it's a goal kick, and then he stumbles on the side hoardings as Livramento comes off at right back for Chow. And Everton might be saying ciao to their opportunity for a win in this game. I'm sorry, I couldn't help saying that. Dewsbury Hall on his left foot, curls it to the back post. Hall doesn't want to risk it going out for a corner. It's the right decision in the end, and Alanga will take it away. I think that will be full time. It is. Frustrating game. We massively improved in the second half, and were it not for a ridiculous penalty decision after 8 minutes from the referee in Newcastle's favour, we would have at least got a point from that game. But it set a precedent early on. That man, Johan Wisser, comes away with 2 goals, 6 attempts. You know how dominant he was around our box. He was probably the best player on the park today, definitely the most dangerous. They're a good team. They're a good team, and we were going to lose again eventually. It's just frustrating to do it in that manner, isn't it? With only 3 days to go until we take on Bournemouth away from home, Tomasso Ricci has had a little bit of a tinker around with the tactics. We were on a 4-2-3-1, and I think it meant that Ndiaye and Semenyo weren't far enough forward. We also needed more support in the midfield, as we saw in that last game against Newcastle. So going for a 4-3-3 with Gay in the holding position in the middle of the field, hopefully giving Grealish and Dewsbury Hall some licence to get forward. Grealish in particular moving out to the left wing with Ndiaye coming in as an inside forward. We've seen how good he can be cutting in from the wing onto his right foot and finishing past the keeper. But that's not all. We've also got a new tactic to try out maybe in the next game. I think it depends on the opponent. A 3-4-3, just to try and get the most out of every player on the pitch. Obviously, it does mean that Jake O'Brien comes into the starting lineup as a centre-back, but Henriks can play on right midfield as a wide playmaker. Only on a build-up role, don't want him getting too far forward. But Ndiaye, again, inside forward on the left. Grealish loves being a left winger, but being wide, so they have some nice interchange of possession there. And then Gay and Dewsbury Hall in midfield with Barry or Beto as a target forward. I'm excited to try this one. At the start of the season, the 3 at the back or the 5 at the back, whatever it was, didn't work out the best. But I think this is a much better way of getting the most out of the attacking players that we have at our disposal. We'll see how it goes, and I'll tell you before the Bournemouth game, or as we start the Bournemouth game, which system we've decided to go with for that match. We're into December on the south coast as Everton head to Bournemouth for what should be a really intriguing clash, I think. We have gone for the new 3-4-3 formation. Bournemouth apparently playing, they say it's a 4-2-3-1. It looks a bit more like a 4-5-1 with Ivan Nilsson looking a little bit lonely up top. So I'm happy to go for the 3 at the back and then match them man for man on the wings with Ndiaye and Henriks. If it doesn't work out, we do have a slightly more familiar looking 4-3-3 to go for, as Dewsbury Hall takes the ball away here, and we'll see how this new shape works out for us. As you can see, Bournemouth already looking to be sitting fairly deep, which suits us just fine, to be honest, because we've got the attacking options forward now. As you see, Henriks already looking for Semenyo out on the wing in a bit of space. Aim for Barry in the box. It's over him, and Falcone takes it away from the head of Ndiaye. Gay gets his pass away just in time. But it does mean that Ndiaye has space to run into after a good pass from Grealish. On to Barry. Tiana Barry. Saved by Falcone. Should have taken it on his right foot, you feel. But so far, this shape working out all right for us. Of course, the big questions will come in defence. But I did feel that this formation that Bournemouth were playing was well suited to going for 3 at the back. As Clivert keeps on going. Can already tell that Grealish and Ndiaye going to cause some trouble for some teams here. Some nice interplay between the two of them as Dewsbury Hall collects it for Henriks, who apparently is comfortable in this position. I think we're just used to seeing him as a right back, but he can play a bit further up the pitch as well. Weird ball from Grealish as Gay heads it down. It's cleared, and that's an awful header from Henriks straight to Kluivert, who will now try and run away, but Branthwaite steps in well. Oh, it's through to Adams, and good save from Pickford as Branthwaite threatens to dribble it into his own net. For a moment I thought he was going to cannon it into Pickford and then it would go into the back of the net. Branthwaite, good tackle from him. That was a scare, wasn't it? Jai on to Grealish. To Dewsbury Hall. To his right foot, and it's saved easily by Falcone. Oh, Adley, it's a wonderful... What's he done there? It is a wonder goal from Adley. He's made us look like absolute mugs there. Not one, but two little roulettes. Jordan Pickford left sprawling on the ground. She's so excited she's morphed through somebody else's body. He turned Tarkowski inside out, did another little one, and then hammers it home. That is the most ridiculous goal you could hope to see. Unfortunately, it's against us. And that goal from Adley will be the talk of everybody at half-time, I imagine. As they head inside for a cup of Bovril. I feel like the shape is working all right. I feel like it's working okay, but maybe we'll give it 10 minutes in the second half before moving to the 4-3-3. Wow, but for a wonder goal, it would still be level. So going to the 4 at the back with the 3 in midfield and the 3 up top. It's Jake O'Brien who makes room for Mikolenko to come on at left back. And we'll see how that change helps us out as Dewsbury Hall puts it into the box. It's a good tempting ball, but Bournemouth do well to clear it. Henriks is there though. He can unleash one from outside the box. It's blocked. Wasn't too much pace on it, but we'll keep the pressure on with a throw in on the far side. Good ball from Dewsbury Hall out to Ndai. He's played that really nicely with his left foot. Ndai aiming for Semenyo at the back post, and it is Semenyo. What a goal that is. What a goal that is. Semenyo against Bournemouth. It had to be him. His 4th of the season. I think it's his first headed goal for Everton. Beautiful goal. I love that. Such a good ball out wide by Dewsbury Hall, and then the quality of that ball matched by the quality of the cross towards Semenyo, who rises high. Falcone had absolutely no chance. 1-1. Oh, good touch by Semenyo. I think the ball definitely would have run away from him if he hadn't got a toe on the end of Branthwaite's pass. Good ball from Semenyo, trying to return the favour for Njai. And it's a solid save from Falcone, who's well behind the ball. It's Adley into his bag of tricks again to the nice pass, and then Evan Nilsson is through. I think it was Adley with the little flick behind his standing foot. And then before we knew it, in a blink of an eye, Evan Nilsson was through on goal. We knew this would be a tricky game. We know the dangers that Bournemouth have. And despite the fact that we scored, in my opinion, one of the best goals of our season, that doesn't change the fact that we're still now losing. And Adley makes way, a standing ovation for him. He has been superb. It's the kind of performance today that makes a visiting manager wonder, should we try and buy him? He has been ridiculous today. It's the best individual performance from a player that we've seen so far this season, I think. Apart from maybe Lookman for Spurs. Good tackle for Branthwaite. We've still got time to get something from this game. And it is a relief that Adley is off the pitch because he's been a nightmare all evening long. Barry on to Semenyo as the defence steps up just at the wrong time for them. It's Semenyo try and get something from this game, and Falcone saves it. It's a strong shot from Semenyo, but just wasn't placed right. Maybe we'll still have chances. Gay gets to this ball. On to Barry. Dewsbury Hall tries to put it out wide, and Kluivert does get there. One last chance for Everton. Dewsbury Hall into the box and Falcone. It's been a good performance from the man in the Bournemouth goal today as the referee blows the whistle. We lose 2-1. Our second 2-1 defeat in a row. And with a big run of games coming up as we get towards the festive period, this drop in form is not welcome at all for Tomasso Ricci's men. The one potentially kind of bright note that comes from it is that the 4-3-3 looked to be dangerous, and it definitely got Dewsbury Hall on the ball in more dangerous positions. He looked a lot more comfortable than he has done in previous games. So that's something to take from this. However, a 2-1 defeat, any defeat, is never good news. Well, we did say that the games come thick and fast at this time of year, and we've had to make a host of changes for today's visit of Nottingham Forest. Jake O'Brien comes in at right back. We've got Merlin Rull coming in instead of Jack Grealish, who was very, very tired. And meanwhile, on the left wing, and that is a terrible start, Morgan Gibbs-White puts Forest in the lead after barely 2 minutes. We haven't even touched the ball. I was about to say that on the left wing, Njai is also fatigued, and so Alcaraz has got a start. But that is an absolutely catastrophic start to the game for Everton. It's a nice little 1-2, but even so, we didn't switch on from the off. It's partly my fault for trying to go through the changes we've made. And in this weak December sunshine, we find ourselves with a mountain to climb already. Luckily, we've got a lot of time left in the game to try and get something out of it. And Doy. Oh, Tarkowski dived in. As Ndoye cut back. It's a good save from Pickford in the end. And we're just caught in possession there with the press. We never look comfortable on the ball. Ndoye, lovely finish with the outside of his boot. Passes it past Jordan Pickford. We are the architects of our own downfall with that goal. Just not picking the right passes. And it's a really good press from Nottingham Forest to win the ball back up the field. And a superb finish. I really like that finish. I hate that it's against us, but I do love that it's just used the outside of the boot to pass it past Pickford there. And this could be a disastrous episode for Tomasso Ricci. Surely we can't have 3 losses on the trot. They've been good games as well. Well, this one's only 20 minutes old. It has the potential to be a cracker. But not if we keep on playing like that. It just feels at the moment like Forest have really got our number. As Mikolenko heads away, but only as far as Williams. Will he shoot? He does shoot in the end. It's a little clipped effort that nearly caught Pickford out. Roll back to the edge for Gay. Gets it to Dewsbury Hall. Lovely pass from Dewsbury Hall. Semenyo. He scores on the rebound again. The keepers are so much better in FC26, but Semenyo has now scored 3 goals from rebounds to him. I think maybe he just hits the ball hard. Let's not focus on the keeper though. Let's focus on Kieran Dewsbury Hall's technically assist, even though the keeper touched it. Let's just have a look at this from Dewsbury Hall. It is absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. It's a shame we couldn't finish first time. But a goal's a goal. 2-1 now to Forest. Oh, and Ndoye might be through again. He's got a player in the middle as well. Ndoye. I'm sorry for that noise as I just blew into the mic then. However, I didn't have any words to explain that finish. It's with the outside of his boot again. That is quite remarkable. I think he was taken a lot quicker than Pickford expected. And no sooner had we brought the deficit down to 1 goal again, that Forest get another one. It looks like it's going to be 3-1 at half time. And now Gibbs-White and now Ndoye have a chance to move away for Forest. You feel like a 4th goal would really kill us off in this game. Branthwaite defends well though. Could be a good ball from Merlin Rull. It looked for a minute like it was a bit mental, but Semenyo's done really well as well to keep going with it. Unfortunately, we're going to have to check back. And Rull, Merlin Rull's lost possession there. He hasn't had his best game in an Everton shirt. Dewsbury Hall is starting to look more and more like the player we always hoped he would be in an Everton shirt. But that doesn't change the fact that we're still losing here. And again, Merlin, I think we need to bring Merlin Rull off. Backward to seal it for Forest. And he does just that into the roof of the net. They've been utterly dominant today. We just haven't had an answer. And I think this is starting to show that when the games come thick and fast and we start to have players who are a little bit tired, we just don't have the squad depth. We're going to have to make some moves in the transfer window. Luckily, January is just around the corner. But before then, I think we've got quite a few games coming up. Pickford really hasn't covered himself in glory today, but which Everton player has done? Not really any of them. Alcaraz in for Ndiaye, and it is squeezed in. Squeezed in. Alcaraz did really well to assist that. Ndiaye just picked the ball up, please, mate. No. Oh, God, he's off. He's off celebrating. We've got 2 minutes left, mate. It's a good goal in the end. Sell's obviously got quite a big touch on it, but it's squeezed in by Ndiaye. And there are quite a few empty seats in the stands already, as you can see. Not surprisingly, Alcaraz does really well then, and then Ndiaye just pokes at it. 2 minutes to find 2 more goals. I don't think it's happening. And that is full time. 4-2 to Forest in the end. That is the final game of this episode, I should say. 3 losses on the bounce. Bizarre coat from Tomasso Ricci. I don't know what Italian fashion house has put that one on him, but I don't like it. It was all going so well, wasn't it? All going so well. We know that we need to do work in January, but we've got some games to play before then and hopefully some points to pick up. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and we will see you next time on Tilly Thomas YT for the FC26 Everton Career Mode.